Hi guys, Wonders with me here, back with another video, and today we're going to be doing part 14 of What If Naruto Was Being Betrayed. If you guys hear any noises in the background, those are my brothers playing with their friends, and I really can't stop that, and I have to get this video out as well, because I want you all to be able to listen to these, because I don't want to, post a video this late. I mean, it's 5:49, so it's not really that late, but looking outside made me think it's late, because around where I'm at, 5 just becomes extremely dark, like a midnight pitch black, but that does not matter. We're gonna get to this video. This is part 14 of If Naruto Was Being Betrayed. Please like, comment, what YouTube, my bad, I keep saying things wrong, what you want to see next, or what if you want to see next, and yeah, let's get right into the video. As Naruto's sleeping in sweet dreams, as he's dreaming about having his family with him, as Naruto wakes up to someone talking, as he looks to his right and sees it's Kakashi on his window. "Hey Kakashi Sensei, what do you want?" "Lady Faith wants to see us, so get ready and let's go." He says, "Alright," as he gets ready in an instant, as Kakashi said, "That always trips me out. I'll never get used to that." Naruto laughs while scratching his head. As they make their way to the Hokage's office, as Sasuke, Sakura, and Sai were there, as well as Kakashi, as they decided to keep Sai there. As then we see there's an old toad there. As Naruto says, "Who's this old geezer toad?" as well. As Tsunade tells Naruto to watch his mouth, as that it was some guy from Mount Yaboku who traveled all the way here to meet you. As he said, "Yes, I am Jiraiya Boy Sensei," or something like that. As Naruto says, "How dare you call Jiraiya a boy? How dare you call Pervy Sage a boy?" As there's a maniacal laughter from the old geezer toad, that Naruto called it. What a more fitting name than Pervy Sage to give to Jiraiya Boy. But I don't know where to start this off, but Jiraiya Boy has died in battle. As Naruto's shocked eyes put a shiver through Tsunade's spine as she stares right at the geezer, I forgot his name, so I'm not gonna try to pronounce it either. As he proceeds to say, there had been rumors circulating around the villages that the leader of the Akatsuki, Pain, had been working out of the village hidden in the rain. As Jiraiya went to confirm this, during there he met up with Pain. Him and Pain was a previous student of his called Nagato. He possessed the eyes known as the Rinnegan. As Naruto, in a fit of rage hearing the name, his Rinnegans activate. As it toad gets scared. What is this aura? As there's a feud of chakra pulsating off Naruto. You let him go, didn't you? As Tsunade looked down at the ground, not responding. You let him go, didn't you? You let Jiraiya go, even though you knew it was dangerous. He screamed at Tsunade. But she didn't respond. Flashback going through her minds of the times that she told Jiraiya not to go, but he knew it was a risk he had to take. As Naruto storms out of the room, but before Naruto can make it out, he comes up to Naruto and says, "Let me train you. If you are the child of prophecy, as Jiraiya had told me you were, then you should be able to become as strong as I think you should be able to become. As Naruto in his fit of rage ignores him and walks off, but he considers the offer. Okay, sorry I had to pause. As I haven't been watching Naruto much, and I don't have good memory either. I had to go back, rewatch the episode, and see what happens next. And I know exactly what happens next, but I'm kind of alter it. It might sound different, but that's good. As Naruto is considering the offer, as he accepts the offer, and him and the Toad leave off for the mission, for training, for the Sage Mode, as Naruto was informed, I think. I'm not sure. But he kisses goodbye Haku and Ino, as Haku and Ino are tired of Naruto leaving so much, as they just want to have a good life with Naruto. As Naruto says, I'm sorry, but I have to go. I have to avenge Jiraiya, and pain is several times stronger than me, supposedly. So I need to train. As Naruto leaves off with the chief of the Naruto Yoko, as he reverse summons to the Mount Nyaboku, as they start their training. I'm not really gonna stay much on the training part of the Sage Mode, but let me get this over with. As Naruto, off the bat, was able to recollect a lot of Sage Mode chakra out of the instruction of Hagoromo, who was able to aid Naruto in gathering his chakra, as he commenced gathering a lot of nature chakra, abnormal amounts of nature chakra, around half the QB's level of nature chakra, as this was an incredible power-up, as he was able to reach perfect Sage Mode. As we see Naruto, as he's mastering the Sage Mode, as he has also had to control his normal chakra and nature chakra, as during this there's a fusion between nature chakra and ki, as nature chakra is amped and boosted around almost 5 to 2-fold, depending on how much ki he adds to nature chakra. So all of this fuses in creating, let's call it a UT version of nature chakra. So an UT stands for ultimate UT. So a UT version of nature chakra. That's what I'm gonna call it. So I don't have to call it the fusion between all that. But yeah, so Naruto is able to create this UT version, and this is when he has perfect Sage Mode. As Naruto's not in Sage Mode in the current picture, but I think I know what Naruto looks like. Hold on. Sage Mode. Let me even look at what Sage Mode Naruto looks like. Naruto. Sage Mode Naruto. So basically, he has the little shadow things around his eyes. He still has that, but out of choice. If he didn't want to have it, he didn't have to have it. So no resemblance towards a toad if he didn't want to. So like you basically wouldn't be able to tell except from the eyes and stuff. But that's it. All he had resemblance towards the sage thingy if he wanted would be the eyes. As Naruto ends up learning this way faster than normal, so the pain attack doesn't happen. And he's also able to sustain Sage Mode for way longer, around half of the amount of time he was able to hold it at the fight with what is his name again? Madara. My bad. I don't even know how I forgot that. But Naruto has perfect Sage Mode instead of imperfect Sage Mode. Now, let me continue. As Naruto gets a little bit of time of training before he gets into this. So Naruto decides to train with his brother, as brother basically meaning Sasuke, as he trains with Sasuke for a few minutes, a long time, sparring in between. As Naruto and him are both meditating on water. This amps their ki control by a lot, because Naruto spends most of his time doing everything on water. He'd read, he'd walk, he'd do anything. He'd sleep on water even. Unconsciously using chalk control. So meaning that his his chakra control is at such level that it doesn't need Naruto's influence or needed brain activity to use it. Basically, he doesn't have to want to. His body just normally does it on its own. So does Naruto. So does Sasuke, as they're perfecting themselves, as they're able to use this chakra control to amp their body's power and speed many times. As Naruto and him would fight, with Naruto and Sasuke would fight, as Sasuke and him both activated their Sharingans. As at this moment, a few days before, they had done a few activities together. As Naruto would spend a lot of time trying to get Sasuke to master his fire manipulation, as Naruto gained a new skill, which was lightning manipulation. As he was using this to use lightning as kind of like the lightning clone that the Raikage used, but instead of like on his body, he'd use it on his sword, as it would amp his attack speed and the status. Basically, be like anyone who was hit by it would be electrocuted and probably slowed down, and probably there. I'm not gonna explain it as much as I should be because I'm trying to get this done with, as I do have somewhere to go. So that's why I'm kind of rushing. I'm not giving a lot of like context of what they're saying. That's why I'm kind of rushing. My bad. But I'll probably add a context here and there. But Naruto and him walk onto the battlefield as they both stare at each other. You ready, brother? Yeah. As Naruto responds with a yeah. As both of them rush at each other. As both of them disappear. As Sakura is viewing, so is Kakashi. Where'd they go? Kakashi said. My Sharingan. It can't track them. They're moving too fast. And at this point, Naruto gave Kakashi his second eye, so basically it became his, even though being Obito's. As Naruto and him are confused. No, not Naruto and him. Kakashi's confused. What? They cannot be going that fast. The only person I've not been able to track with my Sharingan before was, as he does not say the name, but he continues looking at Naruto and Sasuke, as both of them appear, as they're clashing, mid-air, as Naruto fires up a multi-phoenix jutsu, as so does Sasuke, as they both cancel each other out. But Naruto disappears in the fuge, as shurikens come out of nowhere, as Sasuke tries to slash them, but they're fire shurikens, so it just goes right through the sword and hits Sasuke. Looks like you fell trapped in my new jutsu. As Naruto throws a shit ton, as Sasuke can do nothing but dodge them, but they're already heat zoned, so Sasuke had to find clones to take the damage for them, innately taking Sasuke's chakra. But he was able to refine his chakra to the point where he'd be able to use the smallest amount of chakra producing these Kage Bunshin clones. As he was already running out of chakra, as he was panting. Wow, those things really do pack a punch. As he's holding one of his ribs, as it's probably broken. As Naruto says, "Yeah, I know." As his sword gets enveloped in fire and lightning chakra. As Naruto swipes his sword towards Sasuke, as Sasuke was confused. What the hell would this do? As an air blast of an air pressure blast come out of nowhere. What? Air bullets? But how didn't I see them? As it was a clone, as it pops out of nowhere. As Naruto was right behind Sasuke. He was concealing his chakra though, so Sasuke wasn't able to see Naruto. As he gets blown forward, as Sasuke's midair, so he can't move. As Naruto comes out of nowhere and kicks him right in the gut, sending him flying onto the ground. As not Naruto, Sasuke decided to kind of like soften the blow, as he uses a gale palm to propel off the ground, as he didn't want to be crashed into the ground, as it would have hurt him a lot. As he presses onto the ground, as he says earthquake, as the floor starts to tremble in an uneven terrain, as Sasuke disappears, as a sword comes out of nowhere slashing at Naruto's head, as he blocks it with his sword. As even though Sasuke was the one on the offensive, um it the electric aura around Naruto's sword passively traveled through Sasuke's sword as like a conductor and electrocuted Sasuke. But Sasuke was able to backtrack away before this did any critical damage, as his sword was left behind as Sasuke throws a fireball jutsu. As Naruto cuts right through it, collecting the chakra with Samehara. Damn, there's really nothing I could do. If I hit him, he would just collect the chakra. If I hit him with any attacks, he'll just block and electrocute me. What can I do? Sasuke's critically thinking to himself. But because of all of this thinking, he wasn't able to notice that Naruto had disappeared. As as Naruto's rushing right behind him, as he grabs him by the legs and swings him towards a tree. I said a three, my bad, a tree, sending him flying through multiple trees. As this was only a clone, as it popped through the first tree. As Sasuke comes from right above and hits Naruto with both of his hands, kind of like with a crusher motion in the head, sending him a few feet underground. As Naruto showed that this was only a substitution jutsu used with the log. As Naruto threw another actual shuriken at Sasuke as he was about to slash it with his sword that he had just picked up after falling. As this was one of Naruto's clones. As he catches a sword, swipes it, and throws it. As Sasuke says, "Not so fast." As he did the same thing, as he substituted himself with his own sword. As he covers his sword with his lightning aura. I didn't think I had to use this. As he charges up Chidori. As he screams out Chidori, actually. As he runs towards Naruto. As he, as Naruto backtracks. How did you get that fast to be able to use that? You were several times slower before. As he starts kind of like stretching his arms. I guess all that chocolate control did actually amp my speed. I have to thank you for that. As he's doing the same thing Naruto's doing with his aura on his sword, but instead of like actual electricity control, it's a jutsu that runs chakra, and it's almost several times stronger than Naruto's. As Naruto comes, because actually no, I want to explain why it's several times stronger than Naruto's, because he's using a dual um manipulation at the time. So both of them are not as strong as Sasuke's lightning, as Sasuke had trained with that for a long time. So you couldn't expect it to be that strong, could you? As Naruto charges towards Sasuke, as Sasuke tries to swing at Naruto, and because of this increase of speed, so does Naruto. As he activates his Sharingan, as he had deactivated mid-battle because of the fact that Sasuke had hit him. As he dodges, he does like a Matrix move, and strikes him straight in the stomach, sending him flying into the air with with an uppercut. As Naruto does a Lee stance, as he says, primary lotus. As Sasuke is impressed that Naruto even knows the technique. I thought he could only use taijutsu no, I thought he could only use jutsu and funjutsu. Oh, not funjutsu. Kenjutsu. I said taijutsu. No, fuck. Ninjutsu and funjutsu, because funjutsu is the art of sword stuff. As he does a primary lotus on Sasuke, leaving him almost dismembered. Like one of his limbs almost came off. As Naruto puts him in the submission stance, as he puts him in a headlock. As Sasuke tries to tap out, but Naruto was way too in the moment and knocks Sasuke out. Stays unconscious for a few minutes. As Naruto says, "Oh my bad," as he uses his electricity to shock Sasuke away, kind of like you know what they use in surgeries to like restart a human's heart. Yeah, basically that, but instead it's a way stronger form, which would have restarted his heart if it needed to, but it only restarted his consciousness. As Naruto helps him up. Yo, that was a great battle. As both of them give themselves what is it called? A high five or something. I was about to say the fist thingy. I forgot what it was called though. I'm forgetting a lot of things as I'm kind of on the timer. As Naruto, um, after getting back, first thing he did was go to his front, to go to Sasuke to fight him to see how strong he got. As he was actually pretty excited to see him, but then he remembered it was Hakuinino. As he stopped by, as he covered Ino's eyes from coming from behind. As he masked his voice, guess who? Huh? Intruder! As elbowed Naruto in the gut. As he starts to cough. Hey, Ino. Oh, that hurt. You're strong. As Ino recognizes the voice with a shocked eye, turns back. I'm sorry. As she comes up to Naruto and hugs him. I'm so happy you're back. But you're only gone for a month. Actually, a month. Let's say 2 weeks. You were only gone for 2 weeks. How strong could you have gotten in that little bit of time? As he scratches his head. Let me show you. As Naruto starts gathering nature chakra, and in a few seconds he activates Sage Mode. As it starts pulsating around him, as he activates his Sharingan eyes and his QB eyes and Sage Mode, and this is just some, I don't know, some like golden version of the Sharingan. As this made Sakura, and honestly, the chakra that was coming off Naruto could have been sensed around the whole village, probably in a few others, small towns. But this amazed everybody. They knew exactly what chakra it was because they felt it before, all of them. Due to the QB's influence, they have been able to sense this chakra for a long time. But they were amazed that Naruto got this strong, and were confused on why he was showing his power in town. But they shrugged it off, as she jumped on Naruto. You're getting really strong, my love. As she gives him a kiss, says, love you, but they stay in bed, and they talk until both of them fall asleep. As gets slapped awake by his mother. Who is this boy? Ino's mom screams. As Naruto was under the sheets, covering his face, as she didn't want him to see. As then a clone of Naruto, he casts a clone and sprints out of there, but so fast that Ino's mom didn't even notice. So who is that boy? It's no one, Mom. As the clone poofs and she removes the covers. As she rubs her eyes. I swear I saw someone. As she says, yeah, Mom, just let me go back to sleep. As she lays her head back down, but she feels paper. As she reads it. Love you. Love you, Ino. Talk to you later. Kissy face. Kind of like a kissy face thingy, I don't know. As she giggles to it and puts it under her pillow, as she drifts off to sleep. As he goes to Haku's house. As I know, I have to increase the headroom, but I'm gonna do that like in a few minutes. But so then we move on to when he arrives at Haku's house. As he knocks on the window, and Haku's sleeping, so he uses he uses his Chidori, but like in one finger. So he like cuts the glass in a perfect hole, then puts it back, then heats it up, and then kind of like welds it together back over again, and then refines it to like make it look like it wasn't never broken. As during this whole process, Haku had been awake as she stared at Naruto. What are you doing, dummy? As he rubs his head. Like, he rubs his head while laughing. I didn't want to wake you up. Oh, trust me, I'm already awake. Yeah, I can tell. As Naruto gives her a kiss, and basically they talk for a while. As Naruto notices that it's about to turn 11. Oh no, I have to go. I have to teach a class today. Also, I have to help one of my friends. One of my good friends. Okay, love you. As they kiss and he leaves. Just a little context. As I said, I was going to put it here and there. As he reaches the academy. Sorry, Luca, I'm late. But I had a few things to do. Okay, I'll excuse you this time. But don't let it happen again. Yeah, Ruka, see you. What a troublesome boy. But he's grown up to be a good man. A strong ninja, too. As he laughs as he walks off to his class. So, class, settle down. As Naruto reaches his class. Sorry I'm late, kids. As not Mizuki, my bad. As one of the there was a substitute thinking that Naruto wasn't going to come because he was already 30 minutes late. But she says, as he says, I'll take it away from here. Alright, sir. Have a good day. So you. Oh my gosh, so do you. Um, have a good day too. Okay, my bad. I'm using the wrong choice of words at this point. As, okay, I thought I was about to sneeze. But, as, as Naruto starts, teaching the lesson, as he starts using the same thing he did last time, start putting chakra into the kids' stomachs, starts fluctuating them, going stronger than around second form, as they were already the strongest class in the school, and they were rumored to be strong because of the teacher, but they gloated that it was their own strength. But because of this, there was a Hyuga kid in there that was able to contest against. Okay, sorry, my brothers were laughing way too loud, and I didn't want y'all to hear that. Because I've been telling them to lower the volume of whatever they're doing a little down, but they're a little arrogant, so they don't decide to listen. Alright, let me continue. As we see Naruto, as he's teaching the class, as the class finishes, and see you next period. See you next. I see you tomorrow, actually. As he was about to end class, as there's a loud boom. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave that off for later. I know that's a little context on what's happening next, but I wanted to do something before all that. As um as Naruto comes up, as Konohamaru meets and the squad meet Naruto after school. Hey, I heard you wanted me for something. Yeah, but I need you alone. Can you tell your little group to like go away? As he smiles. Yeah. Hey guys, Naruto wants to see me alone. Hope you guys understand, but can y'all leave? Says, alright then. We'll be at the park. We'll be there till 5. So if you wanna come back, then just say that. As he says, yeah, thanks. As Naruto comes up to, as Konohamaru and him are walking, and Naruto has like a case behind him that he's holding, kind of like a guitar case, but it's in the shape of a stick. Okay. As they meet into the training ground, as Naruto hands Konohamaru a sword. Here, I named it Kishinage or Kishiname. I forgot the name. Kishinage or Kushiniga, something like that. Basically, it's a console sword, so it's not really that sharp. It doesn't have a tip. So it says, "This is my gift to you," and it's really sharp. So be careful. But from now on, I'll teach you in the way of Funjutsu. So, Funjutsu, Senjutsu, I think it's called. I'm not sure, but whatever it's called, the way of the art of the sword. I'll teach you it. As he says, so does that mean I'll be as strong as you by the end of this? Oh my god, Jesus Christ, my brothers are loud. Alright, but I'm trying to get this done with. Also, I'm not starting the paint thingy till the next video because I want to make sure I have enough time for that. And I'm not trying to make like an hour-long video because I don't really have the time for that right now. So I'm just going to get off on what I can, and then I'll finish. As In the few hours that Naruto and him had, they start training. As a few days pass, and Konohamaru's pretty strong, and the kids are already Chunin level, even though not even being Genin yet. As Naruto's thinking that they're making them way too strong, and they should also work for the power they need. As Naruto remembers the thing he said, there's no shortcut for ninjas. And they don't even know jutsus yet, and they're already so powerful. By this age, I already knew Shadow Clone, and probably almost Rasengan too. And they know zero jutsus except the original Academy jutsus. So Naruto decided to teach them some, and so did Sasuke, as he did have as he was an assistant that helped Naruto out for some of the classes. So he did train the students in chakra control and tree walking and water walking. As then we see Naruto training Konohamaru as they're fighting. As Konohamaru almost cuts Naruto's head off. But Naruto's like using like 10% of his power against Konohamaru. So he's like tuning level at 10% of his power. No, not even that, because it's like nah, that means that he could be beaten by like 10 tunings. Nah. Using like 1% of his power against Konohamaru. Maybe not even 1%, I don't even know. But he's beating Konohamaru's ass right now. And Konohamaru eventually gets exhausted. But at this point, Konohamaru's around Chunin level in Fuinjutsu alone. When you add on chakra around that, especially with sexy Shadow Clone Jutsu he has, even almost a Rasengan, because Naruto taught him that too on their little journey. He's around high Chunin. He's almost strong enough to be a Jonin. But let me finish. As Naruto says, I'll be teaching you up to now. I know you've been training for a long time, but I need you to learn on your own style, your own your own ways of learning, okay? I taught you all I know for now. All you can learn for now. And I hope you get stronger, Konohamaru. Remember, you're gonna be the 7th Hokage, okay? As he smiles and says, yeah. As he says, well, gotta go. If you want to keep training, here's a few kunais. You should also work on your aiming. It's getting pretty sloppy, and you need it if you're gonna be a good ninja. As Naruto walks off and sprints off in an extremely fast pace. But over this time, Naruto has also been training his lightning manipulation. Now it's up to up to Sasuke's level. Even though Sasuke is really, really strong. As Sasuke is starting to go blind. He has been using the Mangekyo a lot and has been going on a few missions. And he's starting to go blind. As Naruto asks Hogoromo, what is this? Why is my brother going blind? As Hogoromo says, oh, the time has finally come. Well, my child, your brother is losing his eyes. He needs an evolved version. The Eternal Mangekyo. Huh? But he would have got that by now. He's been through enough trauma to be able to evolve his eyes already. Well, in this version, you're able to use almost the same thing as a Mangekyo, except able to use the Susanoo. As I know you've been able to use the Susanoo, but you're not able to use your max potential of the Susanoo because you don't have the Eternal Mangekyo. But looks like it's already time for you to switch your eyes with your brother. Well, you haven't lost blindness. You haven't been lost of blindness yet because of the QB. He endlessly heals you, and you don't lose any of your eyesight, but your brother does. So I think it's better for both of you to switch eyes. You wouldn't lose your eye. You wouldn't lose the powers of your eyes, but you gain more powerful forms. All you need is a surgical replacement of both of them. As Naruto relays his information to Sasuke, as he agrees, as at this point Sasuke is nearly blind. as both of them schedule surgery for replacement of the eyes. As you know, they're really light bulbs, you can screw them out and replace them, but we're not going to do that because just it causes pain for no reason. As both of them, they get their eyes surgically removed and added on. As now Naruto as the Eternal Mangekyo, and has a semi-perfect Susanoo, which is basically like a stage, the skeletal Susanoo. He has that, and so does Sasuke. As Sasuke had gotten the rib cage with his normal Mangekyo, but hadn't been able to get anything better than that around the area that he's on. As we see Naruto and Sasuke, as Naruto and him are traversing the city. As Naruto was about to go to his class, but then he hears a ginormous boom. As Naruto looks up and sees a guy with a Renegon. Is this Pain? As Naruto charges towards Pain, so does Sasuke. But there's where I'm leaving it off today, guys. It's not that much of a cliffhanger. I thought you guys expected it, but doesn't really leave it enough today, guys. I didn't want to make a 40-minute video because I didn't have much content and I don't have much time to do so. I have like an hour, and I probably could have taken an hour, but I have all the things I need to do in 20 minutes. So guys, hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, what you guys want to see next. And yeah, peace out. It's been Wandering Swordsman. Hope you guys have a nice day. Goodbye.